Okay, let's just, before we even center, let's just take a nice big breath, reach your arms up and out, open your wings, reach up. Good, and as you breathe out, just expand out and down, touch the earth, bow your chin. Let's do that 2 more times, just reaching, nice big breath. Good, release it, bow your chin. And this time as you reach up, you'll bring your palms together. As you exhale, to send these hands down through the midline to rest in front of your heart, or if you want to go down to your belly, that's fine too. And then in this position, inhale, lengthen tall once again. And as you exhale, bow your chin with great reverence and honoring and gratitude for this moment. We're getting on your mat and practicing together in our own spaces, yet sharing this moment, this experience. Let's stay where we are. I feel mudra coming. So we'll keep the thumbs touching, the pinkies touching, the base of the palms touching, and just open the center of your hands. So you open the fingers and the palms. And with your chin still bowed, feel your breath into this open heart mudra. And exhale this breath into your hands. You can bring your hands together again if you like. Lift yourself nice and tall as you inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, release. We'll call ourselves home together. Open to this practice and chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Keep your hands as they are, bow your chin, and gently open your eyes. Interlace your fingers together, flip your palms, and inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, just press into one side and just moving very gently, opening your ribs here a couple times. Nice. And then reach up as you inhale. As you exhale, take your right hand down to the floor. Reach up through the left arm and crescent over. Good. And then come into whatever side bend this is for you. Take that left hand to the left thigh and gently press the thigh down as you drop the head a little bit more towards the right. And now walk your left hand over to the right thigh. Walk yourself up and turn this into a twist. Look over your shoulder. Take one more full breath here. And as you breathe out, bring yourself back to center, hands on your thighs, pause, and change the cross of the legs. Bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and bow your chin with reverence. Get the opposite, interlace the fingers, lift the palms and reach up. And then again, just moving in whatever way feels good here, just opening. The next time you crescent over to the left, I'll take the left hand down to the earth, reach up to the right side and crescent yourself over. Find your place here and then keep everything as it is. Just take the right hand to the right thigh and gently press it away. Let your head drop a little more. And then turn it into a twist. So walk your hand over to the left thigh, twist here nice and gently. Sadie's playing her favorite game, which is to hide her ball under the daybed here. She only plays this with Hart though, because he's the only one who plays. And then inhale and exhale and release. Put your hands on your thighs. Let's do a couple seated cat-cow. So I'm just going to change the cross once again. Lift yourself tall. And as you breathe out, take your belly back, drop your chin. You can even push the feet down and forward. Shoulders can come forward. And then lift yourself up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take the heart forward, lift the chin. And then just flow through these two places a few times. Just feel. So do one more full forward and back. And then the next time you come forward, we're going to take the hands to the floor. Yes. And then we're just going to floss. So one shoulder moves forward, you look over the other shoulder, go the opposite way. Maybe you're using the press of the hands on the floor to help bring some movement in. Okay. We're going to walk the hands over to the right. Let's walk them to the right. And then here on the right side, again, I'm not really folding forward, hands are down. Just do the same kind of thing. Just move your ribs, your head side to side. Use the floor to help. Just feel like you're flossing your insides in some way here. And then walk your hands over to the left. And do the same thing. So you plant the hands, just twisting in this grounded place, really isolating the twist into the upper chest, to the shoulders, maybe into the neck. Good. And then walk yourself back to center. Good. Inhale here. And exhale, walk your hands forward to wherever capacity of forward fold is here for you. Let the jaw go, the head go. And now just really focus on your breath for the next few moments here. Just nice and gentle breathing. Take one more breath. And then walk yourself back upright. Change the cross of your legs. Yes. Okay. We're going to come back to almost that same thing. We'll start with the hands, not quite always in forward fold. Inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands to the right. And this time we're going to even twist the belly a little more. Maybe you'll extend the hands a little more, really the left arm. Some of you might even tuck your chin and rest your forehead on your knee. And then use the right hand to anchor into the floor. Just find a little bit of space here. You might even be pressing that left hand down and away and moving the body back. Good. And then release, walk your hands through center. Do the same thing on the left side. So you start upright and then you extend that right arm out to the left, drop down wherever you go here. Find balance. So use the left hand to balance. And even to plug in a little bit more. Your forehead might rest on your knee. Just extending in the pose. So right hand pushing down and away and pressing your mid belly back or the ribs back. Good. And then walk yourself to center and we'll just take forward fold here for a moment or two, and whatever feels good, extending out and staying upright on your hands and dropping your head. Just nice, easy, gentle breathing. Okay, take one more full breath in. Sigh it out. And then walk your hands back and take yourself up. And once you come up, we'll just stretch the legs out, give them a moment to move and wiggle. And yes, okay. All right, so we are gonna come to standing, and maybe we'll start in a downward facing dog. Maybe that's a child's pose for you. And if you have some stuff and you just need to be on your back, we're gonna get there. So you can go there, that's all fine. Okay, so I'm just planting the hands, taking it back, and we'll just use, if you're in downward facing dog, maybe you pedal your knees, wag your hips, move front to back. Just explore this downward dog here that is brand new. Good. Okay, I'm gonna lift the heels high, bend the knees, and then I'm gonna take the belly back. Like I push the hands back. If you have a doggy That's what they do. Just take it back for a moment. Step back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to walk the feet forward. We're coming to forward fold. So if we need blocks, you put them there. Blocks just to lift the floor a little higher. And then in this forward fold, we'll lift and lower the head to half forward fold a few times. So plant your hands maybe a little forward of your feet. On your inhale, you lift your head, your chest. And as you exhale, you fold. Good. Do it a few more times. And just feel you're just gently waking up the backs of your legs, your feet. Good. And then hang in your forward fold. I'm going to walk the hands forward a little bit more without taking the heels off the floor. And then I'm going to lift the heels, rock onto the balls of the toes, and rock back. Maybe you're going to be able to lift your toes. You might have to move your hands. Just rock front to back a few times. Just waking up. Whatever's not quite awake. Okay, and then we'll come onto the soles of the feet. We're going to roll up to standing. So you can sit down more in your legs. Drop your tail. Use your hands as you need to. Come all the way up to standing. Once you get there, we'll pause and just breathe for a moment or two here. Good. Okay, I'm going to take tree pose. So look at your feet. You can use your wall if you need balance. Start with your hands at your heart. Good. And then send the weight over to the left foot and lift the right heel. Take it in. Maybe that's tree, or the foot starts to walk up the leg. It's okay if you're very wobbly. A good opportunity to just tap into the wobbles. Then when you feel steady and ready, you know, lift your arms up and just take a few moments here, balancing on one leg. And we're just going to change this tree pose a little bit. I'm going to bring the knee to face forward so the foot is still just resting. Good. And then hands at heart, release. Drop your arms, pause. Feel your breath opening up into the heart. Good morning. Okay, just in time for second tree pose. So feel the right foot, shift the weight, move into tree. Take your time because, you know, we're still at the beginning of practice. So feel your wobblies, you know, if you're still in whatever you were doing before. You just bring your attention in and then grow your tree as you're ready. Let's give glory to whatever's happening. I'm going to change it just by bringing the knee forward. See how that is. And then release, hands to heart, feet to the floor, arms by your sides. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe out as you are. Good. Okay. We're just going to do a little bit of a sun salute flow just to kind of get things going. So I'm just going to come to stand at the front of the mat. Maybe I'll bring my blocks just in case, you know, you need them. They're there. Hello. Okay. And then look at your feet, friends. Give glory for standing on the earth. And then inhale, sweep your arms out like little wings. Reach up. And breathe out. Open your arms. Fold into your forward fold. Almost like this beautiful swan dive. So hands to the blocks or to the floor. And then you'll inhale, lift your head and your heart. Look forward. And exhale and fold. Good. Okay, I'm going to step the right foot to the back. And then very gracefully, right hand stays on the floor, left arm lifts. Is open to this little twist here. Good. Release. And we're going to step back to maybe a plank. It could be a downward dog and it could be knees on the floor. Just take one breath and then exhale, lower yourself to your belly, however you want to do that. Come all the way down. And, okay. So now we're just going to lengthen the legs. So lift one leg at a time, tops of the feet on the floor, hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers. Feel yourself here in this ready position. You lift your shoulders, lift the back of your head, lift your belly. And then on the inhale, start to lift up like someone's pulling on your shoulders. That's what the cobra is. Think of the cobra. Shoulders back, heart lifted, maybe the head back, or if that's too much, You stop wherever you need to. Exhale, come down. Pause. Walk your legs right together. Bend the left knee. Oh, that's the left knee. Feel the right foot on the floor. And now you're just going to lift the left knee, reach it, roll over to the right side, extend that left leg, and then come back. And we'll just do that side to side with both legs. So you're just taking this little twist on your belly a couple times. Good. Well, let's do one more on each side. Good medicine. Good. And then come back to your tummy. Pause here. Reach your arms straight back, and maybe the palms are going to face up, or they might face your body. Lift your shoulders, and then lift your head, your heart, maybe your legs. Keep looking down. Take another big breath in. Breathe out. And then lower yourself all the way down and just rest for a moment. Good. Take a breath in, side out, and then bring your hands back into position. We're just going to press up and back into a child's pose. So take some time, knees together, knees apart. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit, snuggle in, and just give glory here for a moment. I said something in class the other day. We start off with these beautiful fluid bodies, and things get rigid and hard as we live life and have experiences. That's what happens, habits, all that stuff. So just invite in fluidity. Just feel your breath moving through you in any part of the body that's waking up. Okay, take one more breath as you are. Move it out. Come up to hands and knees. And if you need a blanket, whatever you need, put it there. We're just going to take cat-cow a few times. I'm going to tuck my little toes under. Just move through your cat and your cow at your own direction. What feels good here? And you might move a little bit front to back, or feel, what can you access here? Can open. Where's your fountain of youth? Where's the water? Where's the fluidity? Good. And just be with this for another few moments. And then we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So as you're ready, just flip your feet, move into your downward dog. Okay, so I'm going to take the feet to the front of the mat. And I'm going to try one giant step with each foot. You'll see how it goes. So you bring the toes to touch, and maybe a giant step with the left foot. Wherever it lands, bring the right foot to meet it, and then walk yourself forward if you need to. Once you're here, inhale, and exhale, fold. Then we're going to come all the way up again. You can sit down in your legs, open your wings out if that works. Rise up through the power of your feet. Let your palms over your head and exhale, bring the hands down, rest at your heart. Okay, dizziness, it's normal, just breathe. We almost practice this going up and down. Good practice. Get the heart below the head, and then the head above the heart. All right, release your arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Hands to the earth. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. And we'll take that twisted lunge second side. So hands either side of the feet. Right foot goes back. And if it doesn't go all the way back, you wiggle it. No, this is the same foot. You gotta switch. Sorry, jump switch or just one. Just do it. Right foot forward, left foot back. There we go. Left hand on the floor, reach the right arm up. Just find the twist. Extend through your legs, open your heart, and release. Okay, and now from here we'll step back to plank, maybe knees on the floor, maybe downward facing dog. Good. And then lower yourself all the way down. And as soon as you come down, set up for your cobra. Lift the shoulders and inhale, lift the heart, the head. You can just come a little bit. You know, you see what is your body ready for? And take one nice big breath in and breathe out. Lower yourself all the way down. Beautiful. Good. Walk your legs right together. We'll bend the right knee this time. Take the right foot over, just extend it. And we'll just do that again, side to side, just rolling around, using your hands to help. Yes. And bring yourself back. And then we'll just rest here on the belly for a few moments. Hands underneath your forehead. Deeply surrender. Feel your breath. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to roll up and back to child's pose again. So you can widen your legs here, keep them together, press up, hands and knees, and then find your child's pose. And this time in child's pose, I'm going to just take my arms back. So maybe the backs of the hands are on the floor. You can tuck in a little more snugly. You might even hold the soles of your feet. And then just find the fluidity of your breath, even in this very, very small place. Let's feel like so much water, this idea of being fluid. We'll take one more moment here. And we'll bring the hands so that we can come back onto hands and knees. We're just going to tuck the toes under and do this rolling. I got to give this a nice name, but rolling over your feet here. So you're just opening the feet, the ankles, the knees. Good. Okay, let's do one more of this. Good. We're going to come to bent knee lunge. So I can tell you that in advance. So if you want to put a blanket down and have your blocks ready, if you don't, do that. Okay. And then I'll put the knees down and we're going to start again in downward facing dog. Or you can stay on hands and knees. Just do what we're doing on your hands and knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Yeah, and we'll sweep that right leg up high to the sky. Just press through your heels, extend through the thighs. Then bend your right knee and start to just open the right foot to the left side a little bit. Good. And then release. We'll do the same with the other leg. Lift the left leg up and just extend. And then bend the knee, open. Good. Okay, both feet on the floor. So we're going to bring the feet to the front of the mat, and you can do that one giant step, a whole bunch of steps. I'm going to give a little hop. We'll lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward like you're in pounce position. Give a little hop, see what happens. And then once you're here, it's an inhale, and the exhale will hold. And then come all the way up again. So find your up part. Hands together, release the hands in front of the heart, and then pause there. Release your arms by your sides. Good. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold. Bring your blocks in, if you're using them. And I'm going to keep the left foot where it is, step the right foot back. Okay, now I'm going to bring the right knee to the floor. You could just do that, but maybe it's this way. Is I'm going to lift the arms, maybe hands to your hips or all the way up. And then you exhale and you slowly lower that knee. You don't even care if it ever touches. And then once it's down, we'll just take the hands, find the blocks, and we'll just rock this front to back. It's just like such a good pose in its simplicity. You know, we're getting into so many places here. Good. Okay, I'm going to end with in the lunge, the Anjaneyasana. And if you can go deeper, maybe you walk the left foot forward or take the right knee back. Then we're going to squeeze the thighs together. And you might just hang out here, or we take the arms and we reach up once again. And then you can even take yourself back. So you're I call it proposal pose. And then I reach up so high. Good. Breathe here. Put that left hand on your left thigh. Now crescent over to the left. And it's going to challenge your balance a little. Maybe you can really feel a nice stretch from the right hip all the way to the right knee. Good. Okay, take this right elbow. It's going to come to the outside of the knee, maybe forearm. You see, palm over palm is going to take the twist. Okay, if you can go deeper, here's the deeper. Is I'm going to take this right hand, maybe to the floor, to the block, and reach the left arm up. And that could be a lot. So, be wherever you are. Okay, release from the twist. Find your blocks. We're going to take the left leg straighter. So I'm just straightening it. I'm going to pull this left hip back. And then you put the blocks as close as you need or as far forward as you need. Breathe here. Feel into the hips. Like if the left hip's really lifting or the right hip is maybe taking too much, can you find balance? Okay, and we'll release. Come forward, and then we can just step that left knee back, and we're just going to rest. If you call this rest, I'm going to sit on the toes. Okay, you could just child's pose or up on your knees. Take a moment or two here. Good. Okay, so we're going to come and do the second side. I'm going to take it through a little vinyasa. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and hang out and wait until we bring that knee forward. But we're coming back to downward dog. Good. Feel this. Pedal your feet a little bit. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to repeat that little dog peeing pose. So I'm going to lift the left leg up, stretch it back, bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe you look underneath your right arm or underneath your left arm. Good. Release it. We'll lift the right leg up. Same thing. Just open yourself here. Feel the strength in your hands. Good. And then both feet to the floor. And we're going to walk the feet forward or jump. So whatever you like. Just explore and bring the blocks back in. And inhale, come all the way up, reach up. And as you exhale, hands at your heart. Pause here as you inhale. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, open these wings out as you fold. And once you're down, it's an inhale to lift your chin and your heart. Exhale, fold. Okay, this time the left foot is going back. We'll take it all the way back, and that knee is coming down, or maybe you lift your arms up and come up into this raised leg lunge. When you reach your arms so high, you're reaching up even as you start to lower that knee down. It's more about the reaching than it is about the lowering. Good. And then once we get down, we'll put the hands on the blocks and just open into this a few times, just forward and back. Just feel. If you need more space or feels too open, this is your opportunity here. Okay. We're going to come forward into bent knee lunge. So the blocks might want to go higher, you feel what you need here. Okay, now we squeeze the thighs together. You either stay here or reach the arms up. You might even, take it back a little bit. Again, right hand to right thigh. Reach the left arm up in crescent. Just feel everything that comes in here. Smile into it. Not a big deal. Okay, left elbow to outside of knee or left forearm to thigh. Maybe right hand palm over palm. And then we anchor, open, feel into this. And then you want to open it all the way. We drop the left hand down and reach the right arm up. More breath. Good. We'll release hands to blocks or to the floor. And we'll just take it back to this runner's lunge. Or, I'm going to just walk my right foot forward, give myself more room. Pull the right hip back. Breathe. Center your heel on the floor as much as you can. Let the jaw go. Okay, one more breath. And then we'll just bend into that knee and bring the knees together. Gonna sit on the tops of the feet this time. Just take a moment or two, be in this body. Good. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna take the blocks and just move them out of the way. Okay, let's, I feel like a strap is coming in. I don't, okay. I feel like we're gonna use a strap for a moment. So sit in whatever way feels good. And let's see, I'm just gonna turn around. Okay, we're gonna take the right arm and just reach it up. And then you'll drop that right hand behind your back here. We'll take the left hand to find the right elbow. And we're just gonna floss this side to side a few times. And just notice for yourself, if your chin is really tucking in. Can you lift your head and press your head back? Okay, and then let's just change. You reach your arms up, drop the left hand to the back, grab the left elbow with the right hand and do a little bit of this flossing. See if you can take your heart back, your belly back. Okay, and we're gonna add the strap. So I'll release the arms down, just pause for a moment, feel what that was. We'll take the strap and you'll put it over your left shoulder. Yeah, okay, reach your left arm up. And then drop your left hand, find the strap. And then the right arm goes out to the side, palm faces back. And then you sweep that the right hand behind your back till you find the strap. And then walk your hands a little closer together and just pull the strap. And at the same time as you're pulling on the strap, you can even like push my heart space into there too. So it's not arching forward, I'm taking it back. Breathe here. Move that right elbow back if there's space. And if your hands are really far apart here, that's great. You're doing some good work. Maybe you want to just move your hands up and down a little bit. Take one more breath. And then release. Just let the arms drop for a moment. Just feel. If you're sitting cross-legged, maybe you change the cross of your legs. And then we'll move the strap the opposite side. Yeah, and then the right arm comes up. The right hand finds the strap. And then the left hand sneaks behind and finds the strap. And maybe your hands can even hold hands here for some, you never know. Then you open, well, you know, you open yourself here, but it's about moving into the back body a little bit, softening the shoulders, the jaw. If you want to move or, you know, find some movement in here too, that's good medicine. I'll take one more full breath in and then release and just let the arms drop. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm just going to change the way I'm sitting. So you can change how you're sitting too. I think we're just going to stay sitting for a moment. And I'm just going to take the strap and just hold it in front. And so it's a nice comfortable distance apart. Oh, I'm going to grab the buckle with my hand so it doesn't smack me in the face. So just hold the buckle. And then inhale and sweep it up. Now, as you exhale, we're going to take the arms back and you just let them slide along the strap as wide as you need. And this is it. We're just going to do this front to back a few times. So you're feeling your shoulder mobility, going slow, creating as much space as you need on the strap. Notice if you're someone who tends to like poke your chest up, that's fine. No damage done. But if we can anchor the chest back a little bit, then we really isolate this movement into the shoulders, you know, without recruiting other parts to help. Okay, how's your breathing? Good, let's just do one more. Good, okay, keep the strap behind you. I'm just gonna turn my hands now. So I'm holding the strap with the palms facing out. I'm gonna change the cross of my legs. Okay, I don't care how you have your legs, whatever works. We're gonna inhale, I'm gonna take the strap back. Like you're flying in your cobra, but take the shoulders back. We're going to anchor back a little bit. And then we're going to take it to forward fold. And it might not go all the way. You're just going to lift your arms up. Maybe the head just starts to come down. Maybe your arms move over your head a little bit. The shoulders have to move. And then find a way to kind of drop in. Like you have the strap here holding the hands. So and maybe you move a little bit of the side to side, or even just dropping the arms down and lifting them up. Just play. Let's take one more moment. And then release the arms down, bring yourself up, and just set the strap aside. Take a breath here. Good, okay. All right, you're gonna find your bolster. We're gonna put the bolster, I always forget, horizontally twice. This is horizontal. So this way, and then you can have another, I might just keep this blanket down here. You could put another blanket for your head. You can do that. Okay, and this blanket can be any height you need. Okay, so we're gonna start lying on our sides. And so we'll just find this shape. You know, we do this sometimes with a block. It's certainly a lot nicer with a bolster. Okay, once you're here, so you're centered in the middle of the bolster, then we're just gonna rock a little bit front to back. And I still have my hand on the head here, it's holding it nicely. If you want deeper, you just drop your head down. And we'll just move a little bit side to side. Just getting into that side ribs area. Good. Okay, and then just melt in whatever you feel center is. Okay, here's a way to find out where center is. I'm going to extend the legs straight, whatever I feel straight is, and take the left hand and just rest it on the left hip. And then I know I'm tucking my chin, so I'm going to take the right arm back a little bit, take the head back, and just be here in this form of mountain pose. Okay, I'm going to turn it into tree pose in a moment. So if you'd like to lift your head back and rest your hand on your head, and then we'll take that left foot and just find your tree. You might even grab it, or it might go up higher to your thigh here. And then we're just working with this balance, imbalance. So the left hand can rest, you see, or it might need to stay on the floor. That would be like using the wall. And then take the arm out and really extend through the right leg. So as I'm extending through that right heel, I can actually feel the hips are starting to come into balance. And maybe the left arm comes over the head too. And we just smile and breathe here in this lying down tree pose. Good. Okay, and then we'll release from this. I'm just going to lift the head again. I put the left hand someplace on the floor. Take the left leg, bring it forward like we did in tree pose. So the knees forward. And now I'm going to extend this left leg out. And it might go straight out and it might just drop. You decide. The right leg is on the floor and now I'm going to bend it. So I'm just bending the knee. Okay, so you decide. Now I'm going to take this left arm. It's my right arm out to the side and find the twist here. And so you'll just open up as much as you can, or you keep that left hand on your belly or on your thigh. You can put more support under your head if you like, but feel that the back of the chest, the shoulders are able to use this bolster in some way. Okay, now I'm just finding extension in the pose, like through the legs, through the hip, through the arms. Just open yourself if that feels right. Otherwise, just rest here. Melt yourself to the bolster as much as you can. One more breath. Okay, then we'll just bring the knees together. Take the right arm back so it can support your head. Good. Okay, we're going to turn now to face the bolster. So I'm just going to put the hands on the floor, lift the chest. You might even, walk the bolster back or your chest forward. Lay down so the whole chest is on the bolster, and then the hands can support the forehead, or maybe your head needs to turn towards the knee direction or away. And just be in this twist here. Nothing to do but receive. Just come back to this idea of the fluidity of your breath. And even here, as we use the bolster, blankets, whatever you're using, there is like an up and down motion in your ocean. You just feel all of that. Release your rigidity and invite in your fluidity. Good. Take one more full breath in. This time side out, like you're just resting so deeply. Just want to receive more of this. Let's do that maybe 2 more times. Nice big breath in, and the exhale of the ebb and flow of the waves, just releasing. Good. If you turned your head away from your knees, just bring it back for a breath or two. Okay, so we're not going to go right to the other side. You're actually going to bring yourself right onto your belly. So you can put your hands down and just kind of wiggle yourself to lying flat, and the bolster again is still under the chest. So do what you got to do to make that happen, and then drop your head. Okay, your legs can open wider apart. Maybe the toes turn in towards each other, heels out. Or if you want a little more, you bend your knees, and you can rock your knees, rock your feet side to side like a windshield wiper on your tummy. And then eventually you'll just come to rest with the feet touching if the knees are bent. They don't have to be, it just changes something. So again, just breathing, melting your chest into the support, letting the head go. And then inviting in that free breath to just fill all these spaces. You know, people, if you suffer from seasonal allergies, this is your time of year. Then I breathe into the backs of your lungs. Feel the diaphragm moving. Let's take one more full breath in and a full sigh out. Okay. Well, before we go to the second side, I'm just going to press up and back to child's pose. And we'll use the bolster to rest the arms on. Maybe even the head might rest on the bolster. You can kind of see. So just take your time, find that child's pose here. Whatever works. Breathe. Body. Take 3 more breaths here, even just using the ebb and flow of each breath. Connecting to the tides of the ocean, living within you. And then we'll do the second side. So, okay, I'm just going to move myself over. But you just come to lie on your second side, and so that the left side of your chest now is on the bolster. And once you're here, we'll just start with this gentle, just rocking side to side. And if you want more, you can extend your arm, just rock like you're opening and massaging these little tidal pools of places. Okay, and then we're going to come to just lie over this bolster. You might extend your legs. And you might even take that right hand to rest on the hip and just feel the rocking, shaking. Maybe you draw your belly in, stabilize yourself in some way. Again, I feel my chin tucking in. I'm just going to take the head back. Even move the heart back. And then we'll take tree pose. So however you need to do that, you're just exploring. And so maybe the head wants to come back up, and maybe the hand needs to stay to support. Just be in the stability and the fluidity of this. So it's a moving, living, breathing pose. Find it. Maybe you take the right arm over your head if you are there. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to release by taking the knee forward. Move your hands wherever you need. Maybe the right hand comes to support, and we'll take this left leg out to the side, or you bend it. And then I'm going to bend the back knee. And then we're going to move it into twist. So I'll walk this left arm on top of the bolster. The right arm opens. And I have my head back and more on the back of the head. If that's not working for you, you just make a bigger shelf so that you feel okay. And so you're on the bolster with your heart supported, the shoulders supported. And then you're just breathing, receiving, or you can add in more, extend all your limbs. Just find a little bit of movement or something you can open into. And sometimes that's just the being still. It invites in the opening. We'll just take some time to be here. Just breathe. Yes. Now I think that what I just said, take time to be here and to breathe. That could be the essence of yoga. Take time to be here and to breathe. The yoking together, mind, body, breath, spirit, nature, nurture, all those things. Okay, we'll start to release. You just bring your knees together. We're going to lift the chest up. You're just going to turn the chest so it's on the bolster again. So use your props as much as you need. Take some time and then rest your forehead. Unless you automatically change the position of your hands, change the position of your hands and rest here. Okay, if you want to turn your head away from your knees, maybe your arms want to open out to the sides. That's lovely and fine. Just melt in, release the chest as much as you can so that you're really breathing into your back. Nice. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Feel into that. And first, turn your head. If you have turned your head away, turn it back for a breath or 2. Like ease the neck back. And then you press yourself up. And this time we'll just come right up to sitting. And just take a moment, whatever position you're in, just to kind of feel everything you've done here for this breath. I'm going to just lift the arms and take this little mudra here, this hitchhiking mudra, hitchhiking to the galaxy here. And just breathe. Feel. Good. 1 more breath. And then release your hands. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to turn the bolster lengthwise, and we're going to lie over the bolster. So if you like to, if you need more support, use your blocks. I'm not going to use blocks. I'm just going to have it lying down. But if you like a little support, I'll just show it. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm just going to keep 1 little block here for my head. And then we'll just come to lie back over this bolster. So if you have back stuff, you sit away from the bolster. If you're cool to be, you find your place. Okay. And then we'll heel toe the feet nice and wide and a comfortable distance. Let the knees come together. The arms might open out to the side and we come down a little lower. And we're just going to rest as if you're like, if you like to cruise. Maybe you're on a cruise or you're on a beach and you're just in your very fancy lounger, just dropping in. And just feel your breath here. So when we lie over the bolster this way, we do change the breath. And so the other day I introduced the eyes of the lungs. So if you want to remind yourself, we'll just take the fingers and you find that, right underneath the clavicle, kind of middle of the clavicle, and there's this nice soft spot right in the upper chest muscles. So you're just going to feel that for a few moments. And, if you trace it, maybe it feels like the shape of an eye. So just open that up. That's the tops of your lungs live there. And then we'll let the hands rest again and just take a few moments to just explore breathing right up. If you're opening the eyes of the lungs, just feel that. It's 1 more. Okay, I'm just going to separate the knees and extend the legs out and feel how that changes the breath. Maybe you have to work a little harder now to get to the eyes of the lungs. So opening those eyes. Maybe even really tuning into the breath even as it moves into that part, the front of the lungs, also feeding the backs of the lungs. Take one more full breath in. Side out. And I'm going to just take the feet into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees open. If that's not happy for you, you can keep your legs extended or soles of the feet to the floor. You bring the hands together over the heart, opposite interlace the fingers, flip the palms up to the sky, and then extend these arms over your head. And if you hit the wall there, just grab opposite elbows. And just take 3 breaths in this position. Feel yourself really feeding and nourishing this whole torso now. Like you're a starfish, and the extension of your 5 limbs, the head, the arms, the legs are just feeding and nourishing the center of you. Good. Okay, I'm just going to change the interlace of the fingers or the grasp of the elbows. And we'll just take 3 more breaths here. Okay, after your 3rd exhale, just release your arms down. You lift your knees up. Nice. And then we're going to come up to sitting. So you can roll to your side or just come up just for a moment, just so we can bring ourselves into, we're going to set up for Savasana. Before we go into it, we are going to put the hips or the sacrum on a block. If you prefer a bolster, that's fine. So take a moment and set up what you need. I'm going to just place my bolster in place for the calves and the heels, and then I'll have this blanket here. Then once you're down, bend your knees. Take your block, just lift your hips and put it whatever you like. Lowest height, beautiful. And then we get this nice lift. Second height, beautiful. Higher lift, it's just bust off. So go wherever feels good, because this is the end of our practice, and we're just taking this shape as an opportunity to be upside down in some way. And then breathe. Okay, so we did all these little twists in this practice. I'm just going to add one here. I'll take my hands and hold the block. I'm just going to heel toe the feet a little bit to the right, and then maybe the hips have to move and the block has to shift too. So hopefully the head and the shoulders stay where they are. You're just going to walk your feet over to the right and then breathe. And you might even wave your knees in and out, or just find, even a windshield wipery shape here. Just kind of feel. Ultimately, it's just about breathing into these places. Good. And then we'll heel toe our feet to center, move the block, and then go all the way over to the left side. So just find whatever it is, and then you can just stay stable, or maybe you wave your knees a little bit. Let's take one more full breath on this side. And we'll just find our way back to center for a few moments. And you can rest on your feet, or if you like, lift the legs up and just take a moment in a supported legs. A Viparita Kirani, legs lifted. Okay. Melt the eyes of the chest, the shoulders. If you want to open your legs out to the sides, if you're here, you could even just heel toe your feet apart if you like. One more moment. Good. Okay. Just place the feet on the floor. Lift the hips. Take the block out. Set the block aside. Just take a moment. And yes. Okay, well, we did this in class the other day. I know we're in Shavasana time. I'm just going to do this super quick. Just going to lift your hips, put the palms flat underneath your butt cheeks, and then heel toe your feet apart and just Wave your knees side to side. We're just massaging the tush. So feel free to walk your hands around. And if you want a little more, maybe make little fists. You have a little bit of something to push into, to feel, discover. And if you want more, you just turn these fists so that the pinky side is down and the thumb side is up. Everybody's walking their dogs today. Okay. We're gonna put them outside for Savasana. They're going outside. All right, and then we'll release from that. Open your arms out. Cover yourself or add your heating pads. And then rest in your well-earned Savasana. Thank you. Okay. And we'll just enjoy this moment of silence, of quiet rest, instilling the waters of your breath, this fluid, open body, and even honoring the rigidity. I mean, we need that. Can't all be fluid. The river needs the banks. Just honoring all that is at this moment in your Savasana. Now inviting yourself to drop into the deepest state of relaxation. Without changing the flow and the fluidity, just being very aware of your breath as it is. Staying in your rest for as long as you like. Beginning to invite in very conscious, gentle movements. What needs to awaken? You honor the rest and you honor the awakening with the gentle movements. You honor everything that this body brings, every experience that it's held and that it's carried us through. The intent and the powerful presence of your practice to invite this body to continue doing what it's meant to do for as long as you need it. Whenever you come to sitting, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. Just take a moment or two to just feel the energies around you, the energies within you, calm waters of your thoughts, of your body. Savor this. It doesn't last for that long after our practice, and we just want to remember why we do this, what has shifted and transformed. Just honoring all that is by joining the palms together at the heart and bowing your chin. So I thank you for your practice. You can thank yourself for your practice, and we'll seal this with our mantra and an om. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale this breath. Inhale fully to begin. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe all of that which is in you into your hands. Catch your breath. Bow your chin. Lift your head. Offer this breath to yourself, your own medicine, and offer it out into the world. Yes. Magic fingers. Yeah. I'm going to take it all back. Put it in. With great love and honoring and gratitude for every single one of you. Thank you guys. Mwah. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy this beautiful day. See you very soon.